Okay, so the guys over at Gravel are wizards when it comes to making toiletry kits, and a while back they released a 42-liter travel backpack, which is one of the backpacks that I am currently living out of as I spend the next couple of months living basically a nomadic lifestyle. So when I found out that they were coming out with a backpack duffel, I was so excited, and I gotta say that they absolutely crushed it, and I'm gonna tell you all about it right now. Let's get into it. So like I said, Gravel got their start making toiletry kits, and then they moved over to a travel blanket, and when they released that 42-liter pack, like I mentioned, it's absolutely phenomenal. And I gotta say that this duffel bag does everything that I want a duffel hybrid backpack carry to do, and then some. And one of the things that I really love about Lance over at Gravel is he's always thinking about the small little details that can enhance a bag to another level. And if you're someone that likes those little details that make it easier for you, then you're gonna absolutely love this thing, because he added some features and some little things on this that just absolutely elevate it to a whole nother level. So you have 5 days left right now in order to get this bag off of Kickstarter by the time this video comes out. So I'm gonna do my best to give you all the information and show you everything you might wanna see to help you make a decision on whether or not this backpack duffel is right for you. Okay, so the first thing I wanna hit on is the materials on this bag, because what you're gonna notice is this bag is very froopy, very froppy, and has no rigidity or structure to it at all. And that's actually intentional, because when this bag is empty, it packs away super well. So you could actually even take this as a packable duffel if you wanted to on one of your trips, or when you're done and you're at home, if you don't want to have a mess of bags like I do because I own way too many, this bag folds away and can easily be put in storage without being in your way. So these materials definitely work to its advantage. Another thing you're going to notice is that it's YKK zippers but without weather guard zips. Now I've noticed that this bag is pretty weather resistant. The only thing that I'd be worried of is, as you can see on the side here, I'm utilizing one of these side pockets as a water bottle pocket. So if any rain or any water got in there, there is no drainage on that. Now these aren't technically meant for a water bottle, but I'm going to get into these pockets in just a minute. But overall, the durability, the dirt resistance, the dust factor, the weather resistant, the water factor, all of it is very, very solid on this bag. And I gotta say I'm impressed, because yet again, just like their toiletry bag and just like their 42-liter bag, the weather and the water is no problem at all. And thanks to these materials, dust, dirt, things like that, you can easily take like a warm cloth and just wipe those scuff marks out, and it works really well. I just can't catch a break. Either the sun's in my face or there's too much wind for my mic, so I'm gonna have a little bunny on my chest for the rest of this video. But what I was trying to get at is they wanted to limit the amount of straps and dangling bits that are on this bag. And what they did is they added 4 grab handles on either side over here, and then on the top, and then on the bottom as well, making this bag extremely easy to rip and grip, whether it's in the trunk of the car, over in the overhead bin, or wherever it might be. They made it really easy to grab. Not to mention the fact that these straps here on the back, you're gonna see, are completely removable on the bottom and on the top. And these actually work with another accessory that's on the inside of the bag that I'm gonna show you here in a minute. But because of this, you can easily tuck these away and have 0 dangly bits. You can carry this thing without any straps, or what you can do is on one of these, you actually have this little guy that comes out, and you can unhook these Gator G hooks up at the top, which are really easy. Just squeeze and clip, unclip that, and then add this other one in here, and it basically extends out that strap, making it a duffel carry. So if you put this thing on, you have a duffel bag, essentially, which honestly, in my experience with this thing, works kind of well. I gotta admit, it's a little weird, it's a little uncomfy, but overall, I have found it to not be that bad. Now, obviously, you'd probably want to put this strap away if you were gonna do this, but you have that ability to have that extended strap, or you can put both these straps away and not have any straps on this bag, which I find very convenient in a lot of situations. And the one thing you will notice is, because of the way they have this bag with the no rigidity and being able to tuck away and the straps being removable, that this back panel doesn't really have that good of an air channel. That is the only thing about this bag that's kind of a caveat, but in my experience of wearing it, and it's been pretty hot out here in Colorado, I haven't had a whole lot of issues with it. Honestly, that duffel bag carry is a lifesaver, because you don't have to really worry about the air channel that much. But overall, the carry, the comfort, and the ability to grab and rip and grip this bag is all solid across the board. And if you want to put this away, I will say it's really easy. You basically just unhook it, and then it just kind of shoves in this little teeny tiny pocket that they've put on the strap, and then you can easily hook this one back on. For the remainder of this video though, so there is no straps or anything in the way, I am going to remove these completely, and we're going to dive in to the rest of this bag. And this is what the bag looks like with no straps on it. So you can easily carry it. Even with my water bottle in here, I can still carry this bag easily. So with that being said, you have 2 side pockets on this bag. One has no like organization on the inside. This one has a little teeny tiny piece of organization, but I have found this works pretty well for my gigantic water bottle. This thing's like a 32 ounce or whatever. And honestly, again, there's no rigidity, so you can't easily slide it in and out. But even with this thing not even zipped up at all, which you can kind of get it a little snug, so a smaller water bottle would be no issue at all. I mean, again, this is a big boy. This is bigger than most water bottles, easily fits in there. But if you didn't want to use something like a water bottle, this is a great pocket for extra organization, whether it be small pouches, maybe your snack food when you're on the go, whatever it might be. It's another good pocket. It'd be great for quick access to like tech kits or any kind of like tech gear you might need on the move, maybe like a power bank, chargers, things like that. It's a great little pocket, which is kind of how I've organized the other one. Over here, this is the one that has a little bit of a mesh organizer. So in here, when I'm traveling, I keep my notebook for my film, just to make notes about what I'm editing, and then my blue lens glasses that I wear when I'm behind the computer because I don't want to go blind. I'm too young for that. I already have enough issues with my eyes, and that honestly fits in this pocket really well. Now you could use these for whatever you like. Like I said, there is a little bit of a mesh organizer bit in this bag on this side, but both of these side pockets work really well. Or if you don't want to use them at all, no dangly bits, because there's no zipper pulls on this bag. That is an option you can get on Kickstarter, or you could go and just get whatever kind of zipper pulls you want. But I have found the fact that this doesn't have any zipper pulls, any dangly bits, it is kind of phenomenal. I like the fact that it's very streamlined. So now that is it for the outside of this bag. There is very, very minimal, actually pretty much zero organization on this bag. You're gonna see in the inside, it's pretty much a giant chasm. But up here at the top, you have this little strap. This little buckle here is what you clip in to make sure that this bag doesn't rip open, because you're gonna see it's very easy to open. If you have, or if you've seen the Pete Design packing cubes, how you can just rip and grip that thing open, that's exactly how the main zipper system on this bag works. So when you're in transit, when you're on the move, you're definitely gonna wanna make sure you clip this so you don't accidentally have this bag fall open, because it 100% would. Another thing you wanna be careful of, not that I think a lot of people will do this, but you don't wanna clip it over this handle, because then it becomes kind of hard to grab this handle and it moves to either side. I did that the very first time. You wanna make sure you clip that underneath so you don't have any issues with that. But before we dive into the main compartment, you do have one flat pocket here on the front, and this is a very good pocket if you have a flat tech organizer kit like I do. This is the Modern Dayfare tech organizer. Absolutely love this thing because it's flat. It can fit all of my chargers, any extra little tech gear I want to bring, and it always fits very nicely in a flat pocket. This is a great pocket for flat tech kits or whatever you might need if it's flat, maybe like a small iPad, because there's no laptop sleeve in here, or iPad sleeve, or any kind of tablet sleeve on the inside of this bag. So this might be a good spot for like a regular size iPad, maybe an iPad mini, something like that. Maybe if you're someone like me and you bring packable shoes, my swabs actually fit nicely in this front compartment, packable towels, anything like that. This front compartment is super solid. One more addition on the front of the bag that I want to point out is right here is a little Velcro area where they're going to give you a patch. There's going to be like a limited run patch for the Kickstarter, and then I think they'll have patches on their website. You can throw a patch on there if you want to. It doesn't have to be a gravel patch. It can be one of your own personal customized patches. I unfortunately don't have any to show, but there is a spot here to put patches. So maybe if you're like a military person like myself and you have like military patches from when you were in, like I did, or I do somewhere, I have them, like my rank and my call sign and stuff like that from my time in the military, that would easily fit on there. Or if you just have like some fun little, you know, like just fun patches, you can throw those on there, or you can rock some of the ones that Gravel have, which I gotta say, from what I can tell in the Kickstarter, the patches they have are pretty solid. So with all of that being said, let's move into this bag. So like I said, it's very, very easy to open. You can pretty much just like that. Now on the inside of this bag, I'm gonna do my best to show you without everything falling out everywhere. Like I said, open, empty chasm. Now on the inside here, there are little lash points. If you saw their 42-liter bag, they have like some straps that are basically like securement straps to where if you don't want your stuff rolling around, maybe you're not packing it super heavy, maybe it's not packed fully out, you can actually get some of those to kind of secure your load. I, however, don't really use those because typically I pack it out enough to where things kind of stay in place in motion, but I also want to be able to easily grab whatever I want without having to unbuckle anything. But that is a great option depending on what you're taking this bag for. Those securement straps can be an absolute lifesaver, so your gear and your clothes and all that stuff doesn't fall out everywhere. So what I have in here, this is the Gravel accessory that I want to talk to you about in just a moment. This is a like a little laptop sleeve thing that's just banger, just killer, just phenomenal. I'm gonna be using that thing so much. It's incredible. I'll show you in a second. But basically, this is my travel loadout, right? For about 5 days worth of travel. And this is my like a boundary supply pouch with a pair of over-the-ear headphones in them. This is a not me only hoodie that I always take with me, because you never know when a hotel or like when I was camping, it might all of a sudden get extremely cold, and you definitely don't want that. Then I have my 2 pouches. One is my Wandered toiletry kit, and the other is my Wandered tech kit, which is my mobile filmmaking. It has like all my mobile filmmaking gear in here. Now I will say, Gravel makes probably the best toiletry kits that I've had, but unfortunately, because all my stuff is in storage, I only had this one out. Their Gravel Explorer Mini is one of my all-time favorites. I'd be using that over this if I had it with me, but it was tucked away in storage. It is perfect for minimal travel, but if you even want to do a little bit more travel, I would definitely suggest checking out my video where I cover all 3 of their sizes for their Explorer series, because I'm telling you, if you want a really good toiletry kit, especially if you want to get like the Explorer Max or even like the Explorer Regular, they would fit in that front compartment, that front sleeve, super easily without having to take up any space on the inside, or just having a nice space for your toiletry kit. Not to mention the fact that you could even use those to hold tech gear as well. They're just an all-around really good toiletry kit. I just want to plug that. I don't have one to show you, but I am a huge fan of those, and I can't recommend them enough. The other accessory that they are offering are their packing cubes. Now, this is a different type of packing cube from what I'm used to. Normally what you see is the zippered kind, the compression kind, where you unzip, you put everything in, you zip the top, and then you try to compress it down. These are no zippers, Velcro packing cubes. And I gotta say that I was able to put everything that I would normally put in my Peak Design packing cube in both of these. And honestly, like in a bag like this kind of space doesn't really bother me, because it's pretty hard to pack this out with almost my normal loadout in here. I could even probably fit more because there's a lot of space in here. But one little one for like sensitive items or undies or whatever you want to put in there, and then another for my pants and shirts. And honestly, it works really well. And this is even packed out. I actually just kind of threw as many clothes as I could in this one just to see how thick I could get it. And you can kind of see that the Velcro is like, it's like barely holding on. But there's like 1, 2, 3 pairs of pants and 5 shirts. So that's a lot. I mean, usually I only bring like 2 pairs of pants and 3 shirts. So this is definitely at capacity and then some for what I would bring. But I gotta admit, these have a little bit of stretch to them, a little bit of give. It's pretty strong Velcro. I mean, this thing is holding on pretty darn well. So I will say, when it comes to packing cubes, these are a pretty good alternative, and one that I would highly recommend to get if you are gonna back this off a Kickstarter, because they work really well with this bag. Okay, and you're gonna see that's pretty much it for this bag. You can kind of see in there, I'll have some B-roll up of all those little last strap points that you can easily put on. They go top to bottom and side to side, and this is it. This bag is completely empty, and I just want to show you, before I show you that little accessory, how easy it is for this bag to simply fold away. I mean, you can literally, without any issue, fold this thing away. I mean, everything is in here, was in here, and now this could easily fit inside of another travel bag, or can easily fit under your bed, or in your closet, or in between your mattress, or above the fridge, or in a pantry somewhere. This bag is phenomenal because it packs flat, but it also has the strength and durability to hold an entire loadout. The straps are comfortable, the carry is comfortable, the handles are nice. It's just an all-around pretty solid hybrid bag. That's kind of what I would classify this as. It's a backpack duffel, but it's also a hybrid backpack duffel because it's packable and it does a lot of things, and I really enjoy that. I just really enjoy that, man. So, you know, but let's talk about this accessory. This is their laptop sleeve. Now, one of the first things I want to point out is on here you have the ability to lash on the straps that go with this bag to make this either, you can make it either like a sling carry by putting that one that extends out, and you can make it like a sling carry, or you could do it as like a mini backpack. This is a really nice accessory if you're someone that's maybe hostel jumping or going to what are they called? Hotels, Airbnbs, whether you're staying and you're like, I need this to bring all my stuff, but when I go to work, or when I go to the cafe, or when I go to the internet cafe, or I guess it's the same thing as a cafe, wherever you're going, and you're like, I only need my laptop and a few chargers and cables and maybe like a pair of like headphones that go in the ear. This thing will fit all of that and is perfect because it fits in this bag nicely. And when you get to where you're going, you're like, okay, so I take this out, quickly unhook the straps to this bag because it's super easy to do, hook them onto this bad boy, and you're on the go, no problem at all. So what this is, it can fit up to a 16-inch MacBook Pro, as well as this front compartment, which this is what I really like about this. Now, I have it loaded out a little light, but basically I have my Apple charger in here, and I would normally have like a pair of in-ear headphones, like AirPod Pros, maybe like an extra iPhone charger in here, and then maybe like one extra charger, maybe my hard drive, which is currently hooked up to my main computer because I need it to edit and I don't want to unplug it, but that would fit in here. Basically anything I need for my computer would fit in this front compartment. There's some space to it. It definitely has a little bit of give, has a little bit of dimension to it, and then you have just the main laptop sleeve, which I have my 13-inch MacBook Air, which obviously fits in there perfectly because it's meant for a 16-inch MacBook Pro, and it fits nice and snug. And this is just a really, really killer accessory to take with you wherever you're going. Whether you're going to use this bag or not, this is the kind of laptop sleeve that I want to see moving forward, because not only does it have my laptop, but then all of the accessories that I need for my laptop for a day at the cafe, for a day at work, whatever it might be, can fit in this. It's a one-stop shop, and I love that. I think that's a great idea. I think they did a really good job, especially the fact they even added handles to it. You can add the backpack straps to it. It has a little bit of dimension. It's got just everything you pretty much want in a packable sleeve fits in this very nicely. Well done to Gravel, which honestly, like, well done in general, because I really like this bag a lot. It is quickly becoming one of my favorites. So with all of that being said, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the Gravel Backpack Duffel travel bag, let me know in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer those for you. Or you can shoot me an email, odiematthewsbags@gmail.com. I'm more than happy to answer any questions, show more videos, photos, whatever you might need. I'm always happy on that email. So what else do I do in this outro? Don't forget to like, subscribe, all of that nonsense. I will link the Kickstarter down below so you can go check this out. I highly recommend getting in. They still have some early birds, I think, but overall, it's just a really good Kickstarter campaign. And Gravel, I have backed every single one of their Kickstarter campaigns, and it's always been a very smooth and pleasant experience. They're very good about updates. They're very good about answering questions. And with Movid and all, they were still pretty solid when it came to their delivery time. So it's a brand that I would definitely trust, and their Kickstarters have always been smooth, and I'm a big fan. I've actually met Lance in person. He's a phenomenal guy, just absolutely great. Everything they're doing over there is great, and I'm a big fan of theirs, and I love to support them, so hopefully you'll go support them too. So with all of that, I will see you next time.